Good morning, my beautiful collective. I hope you have a wonderful day. May sunshine and rainbows and unicorns greet you every step of the way. Oh. What a day, what a morning. What a day, what a morning. What a day, what a morning. Ooh, spirit. Do tell, do tell. Y'all, before I was laying in bed to go to sleep last night, I was thinking about my tattoo tarot deck. I haven't used this one in a hot minute. So I'm like, okay, spirit, do tell, do tell. Now, this morning when I woke up, for some odd reason, I was having like little snippets of 90s movies. Girl Interrupted. Stepmom. Aaron Brockovich. And the scene from Batman where Catwoman becomes Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer. And her transition into Catwoman. Very interesting. All four movies were dealing with women, obviously. Could be women with issues. You know, Girl Interrupted was a very fucked up movie. Very fucked up movie. Those that are familiar with the book or the movie know the basis of that. But it is kind of a evolution, though. And you get into Stepmom, right? She has cancer. She's dying. She's thinking about her future, children's future. Who's going to take over their legacy. Now, this doesn't... I'm not getting that it's like a literal death. But there's a transformation going on. I think a woman is definitely going through a transformation. If you had issues with drugs or alcohol or pills or mental health issues, something along that line, evolving. Stepmom's about looking at life, creating your memories, seeing who's going to carry on the legacy of your children, of your life, who's going to keep your memory alive. Erin Brockovich, another woman with children, finding her strength, finding her power. $28 billion. That was the scene from the movie, that little clip that come up. So 28 could resonate. 2 plus 8 is 10. Endings, new beginnings, that fucking transformation. And then the transformation of Michelle Pfeiffer into Catwoman. Coming from a very meek and mild woman, pining over some man's attention, right? Her boss's attention at work. Because, you know, that's what she was taught she had to do, right? Find the perfect husband, have the perfect house, home, marriage, yada, yada, yada. So the theme for some of my women's out there, whew, you're going to grow through it. You're going to glow through it. That's the whole fucking purpose, okay? And for some odd reason, I've been drawn to a lot of different type tarot readers. You know, I'm the reluctant reader, guys. So I do my shit the way I do my shit. And I don't plan on fucking changing it. It works for me, so I'm sticking with it. You know, when you try too fucking hard, you can just tell you're trying too fucking hard. I'm like a preacher. I'm like your therapist. You should have a rapport with your reader, right? They should speak to you. Who's gonna spark you into fucking action, right? Some of us need drill sergeants. Some people need more coddling along the way. There is no fucking right or wrong in it. It's whatever works for you. Whatever sparks your ass into action, right? If you need some singing and crazy ass animals, Kitty, what are you looking at? Kitty. Oh Lord, y'all see his head moving? I don't know what the fuck. Him and Jackie's been acting crazy as hell. So I don't know what the hell's going on. But, with this planetary shit, I'm sure it affects the animals as well. I'm sure it does, because they've both been little heathens, little assholes. What is he doing? Jackie's outside, so... Oh... I like the movie references, The transformation. I've been reading the comments, trying to get a feel for who my collective is, trying to get a general idea of what, readings might resonate, what readings would be important. A lot of powerful women, a lot of strong women, a lot of no-nonsense women. I like that. A lot of people on various steps of the journey as well. Those of us who know, those that are beginning the dark night of the soul, who are halfway in the middle of it, some coming out of it. Good morning, my beautiful collective. I hope you have a wonderful day. May sunshine and happiness and rainbows greet you every step of the way. Okay. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Ring. I was going to sing Ring My Bell, but we redid the intro song. Start over. Transformation. Going from meek and mild and not coming from a mental space of maybe having addictions, feeling low self-esteem, depression, all that jazz, reverting into dealing with an issue, to the transformation, finding your strength, finding your voice, right? Living in your power, to the inevitable transformation of the cat suit, the power suit, where you feel like you have that armor of protection, so to speak. You know what I mean? That's the journey. That's the whole point. You can't evolve. You can't evolve. That's what it's about. It's the evolution process. Okay, guys? Drawn to the Tattoo Tarot deck. Yes, the Knight of Cups in reverse. The biggest motherfucker out there. Okay? The death to a lot of beautiful people. Masculine or feminine on this, guys. My men out there, when I take it to a feminine level, you need to pay attention. Okay? Because the thing with feminine energy is the feminine energy is about growth and rebirth, right? Our productive is on the outside, right? Women's are on the inside. There's a reason why every month they go through a cycle, right? That's how they're able to create and give birth. That has to happen. That's a part of how their body is set up. That is the power that a woman has. Man can be strong and dominant and think they rule the world, but if it wasn't for women birthing the babies, they wouldn't have no one to rule. So when you get this feminine energy in your reading, it's very important because you need to delve into that feminine side. You need to be able to think like a woman and have that ability to birth, nurture, and grow, okay? Women are learning to be more dominant, But sometimes too much domination fucks with you. You always have to keep that softer side. It's kind of that weird-ass mix between the woman getting enough of her strength together to dominate her masculine side and a man having enough awareness of the feminine side to be able to do what he needs to do. So my men, take it as it resonates, because it's not a negative when you get that feminine energy in a reading. That's about nurturing and growing and actually creating something. I mean, could you imagine if you had a baby, you knew it would come out, it grew inside of you, it come out of you, it was totally a fucking part of you. You know, men don't have that connection to a child. We never will. And that's a connection and a process we don't understand, but women have it. That's the power. They're always going to be more powerful than men, right? Men can have the strength, but women have that ability to give birth, to create more, right? Knight of Cups, Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Eight of Swords. The Knight in Shining Armor syndrome, guys, right? Waiting on the beloved, waiting on the one to show up, waiting on someone to do what the fuck you want them to do. Okay, that's the key thing. This is what you want them to do. Now, are they going to fucking do it? Who knows? That ain't your fucking problem. At the end of the day, if they don't make that decision, there you go. No decision is a decision, right? You got to always forge onward and be thinking about you. The whole process of the dark night of the soul. My men, the same way with you. If you're waiting on a woman to make a decision to come back around, it isn't about that. Okay? For a lot of you, this is the illusion of love. You think it's love. It's who you think, right? They might fit the picture that you have in your head of what you think it should be. When in reality, that image, if we turn these cards right side up, I guess we should say, you see how it's like a mental prison? A lot of people's idea of happily ever after? It might suffocate you. It might suffocate your ass, right? Is it going to be this beautiful, loving situation that you think? Or are you always going to be tempted? Let's take an interesting twist. I like it, though. This is like rethinking your whole idea of relationships, partnerships, and how you view how you want your life to be. Knight of Cups, the emotions. Everyone likes that initial thrill, the meetup, right? When the endorphins are going, everything is new. You're getting to know somebody and everything is all exciting. And, then you start fucking and you get the emotional and you get all that feely, touchy shit. And then, you start going into this happily ever after. This is what we want and yada, yada, yada. Well, maybe that isn't what the fuck you want. Rethinking that Ten of Cups happiness, that Ten of Pentacles happiness. Exactly what the fuck or who the fuck would make you happy? What would be your perfect ideal? It's almost like an extended family, a mixed family, a different mashup. What do you choose? A domesticated life or the options? When you're single, you can do whatever the hell you want. That's the beauty of being single. It's the beauty of being single, right? Now, when you're in a relationship, no. When you're in a relationship, it's just two. It's just two of you. Third party should be out of the question, right? But a lot of people don't really expect enough out of their partners. You know, if everything's initial, you get the knight in shining armor syndrome coming in. Someone comes in, you start feeling things, and you're thinking, oh, yes, it's going to be happily ever after. But then when you get that, or you start thinking about that, you realize, oh, what the fuck? I think a lot of that is because people just choose the wrong person. You know, you can have an amazing time. I'm all about power couples, guys. At the end of the fucking day, you know, daddy here is single by choice. Because, you know, when I go out there to look, okay, in my neck of the woods, they're usually married, or straight dating. You know, you get on them sites that it's more closeted straight men than it is actual gay men to date. Okay, I'm going to just be straight up honest. And it is unlimited where I'm at. Okay, little cornfield out in Indiana. But I'm learning more and more what I expect a partner to be. The more relationships you see, the more situations you see, how people get sucked into this idea of what they think a happily fucking ever after is. I think a lot of it's because they don't find the right partner that sparks them. It's that knight in shining armor syndrome, right? The one you think's going to come in and save the day. It's getting in your power and strength. So you can build with that, with the right fucking person, right? If you're with the right person, you both should grow and build from each other. I don't care how long you're together, right? You're power couples. That feed off each other, that bounce off each other, that create that freaking spark within each other, right? You both make each other better. It's that perfect psychological mix of drive and gumption and love and tenderness. It's more than just the fucking. It's more than just having the house and the kids and the freaking cars and shit, right? It's more than that. And you know, Daddy ain't gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of marriage, guys. You know, it's a fucking piece of paper for legal reasons at the end of the day. I want the power and the oomph. You know, that's what I'm looking for. Give me that fucking match. This the Knight of Cups. It's all fine and cute, but the happily ever after. Daddy likes to get down and dirty. My happily ever after is someone who just go throw some clothes in a bag and let's go do something fucking crazy. You know what I mean? The ability to just have an adventure, to enjoy life. My women, those movies that popped up on my feed, which is interesting. Learning that, you know, you don't need the fucking knight in shining armor. Now, see, now we got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Two-faced lies. You realize that a lot of that is an illusion, right? The Knight of shining armor. They can say the right things, do the right things, but at the end of the day, they can't back it up for shit, okay? So you have good sex and they cuddle good, right? But what are you going to do the rest of the 23 hours, 45 minutes in the fucking day, right? Dreaming. Where are we going with this, Spirit? Knight of Swords in reverse, Five of Swords in reverse, and the Sun in reverse. Cutting out this image and idea of the knight in shining armor showing up and fucking changing your fucking world. You have the power to do that yourself. Men, it's the same fucking thing. Really looking at what you want in a relationship, what you want in a person, in black and white form, okay? Take a long, hard look at who you're attracted to. The failures that you had. Why? Why were they failures? This is just really taking a long, hard look. And this isn't just dissing your exes, okay? You chose this person for a fucking reason, right? What were you drawn to initially, and why didn't it work? And that's a two-way street. You can't just blame the other person for every fucking thing wrong in the relationship, right? You got to look at your faults as well. Why didn't it work? You're not choosing the right people. Maybe you're stuck on looks. They have to, look a certain way, do a certain thing, instead of really going after what your soul needs, right? The healing part. When two people meet each other, you do not know what each other's wounds are. You don't know where each other's coming from. You don't know the emotional scars that past lovers have left, or friends, family, loved ones on a person. You have no idea how fucked up this person's life has been, or what they've been through, right? Everyone's got a past. Everyone's got the childhood issues that rear their head up in a relationship. This star to me is about healing. When you find the right person, that you're able to heal each other. And it's not a project. You don't set out to, let's heal each other. Tell me your problems, let's work it out. You work it out without even trying. You bring it out of each other. Like a soul connection, a connection that is just, it's your perfect match. You do it through different, various ways. A lot of physical activities. I think people that are more active together, getting out, doing adventures, being outside, being around others, not so being stuck and cramped, and that would drive daddy fucking nuts, guys. The adventurous life, right? Daddy would love the van life. I would love to create a life where I could go out, have a van, and if I wanted to go spend a month somewhere, be able to go fucking do it. And have a partner that'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go. Finding your happiness through the healing. This transformation. But the transformation comes when you get over this fucking idea of this knight in shining armor coming in to save the fucking day. Which I think fucks a lot of people up. Because that's a two-faced fucking lie. It's a two-faced lie. A person coming into your life isn't going to save your fucking day. You have somebody there, right? But if their shit ain't together, then that's just more fucking issues for you. A lot of us choose the wrong person. A lot of us have this misconception that we have to have this 10 of cups. Instead of choosing the right person that puts us in that energy. But that is really looking at your choices. Your choices. Who you drawn to? Why? Why didn't it work? And this ain't just bashing the ex, because when you do a pro and cons list, you should have just as many issues that you need to work on as the other person, okay? Now let's just be honest. You can't sit there and say everything was somebody else's fault. No, it don't work that way. It's a two-way street. Now some of y'all could be with people who were a little more extra, okay? But why did you choose that person? A lot of it is that fake belief in the knight in shining armor. For men, that's you thinking you can swoop in and be someone's knight in shining armor. You're going to save the day. It's a damsel in distress, right? But the issues at hand are far beyond what you could comprehend, right? This person might as well fuck a shrink, and even that shrink would probably start charging them because they'd be like, bitch, you a hot fucking mess. Or, dude, you a hot fucking mess. Tempering yourself. Understanding how you work and what you really, truly want or need in a partner. Not just the lovey-dovey shit, guys. The nitty-gritty. The nitty-gritty. When you go to build and create with this person, are they going to be able to be your match? A lot of you is just choosing the wrong person to grow with. And there is no fault. You can't blame yourself, okay? You live and learn, right? And after a while, you have to learn who you're going to accept and what you need. What you really need, not what you fucking want, okay? At the end of the day, when it comes to creating the life that you want, what do they have to have? Not just sexual based, right? The rest of the time when you're not in bed fucking, what are they bringing to the table? How do they make you feel? How do you bounce off each other? Daddy's all about the power couples, guys. I'll admit, I haven't met one yet. Okay? And I'm learning more and more now what the hell I expect and what I want, what I need, what I personally need. You know, I don't want a project. I want someone to come in. Of course, everyone's gonna have their issues that they come with from just life, guys. No one's fucking perfect, okay? We can deal with that. You can deal with that. And there's healing that can take place when you find the right person in the proper way. Y'all will heal each other through ways without even trying. You're not taking on a project. It's not like you're going to sit down and say, come on, let's heal each other. It's going to happen and you're not even going to realize it. It's when that sun starts turning around. Finding your match. You know, we get a lot of this divine feminine, divine masculine energy. That's about learning the lesson. You can put a fucking title to it all you want to. That's finally deciding who the fuck and what the fuck makes you happy. But while you're on that journey, you don't sit around waiting for that knight in shining armor to show the fuck up. You know, at the end of the day, that don't work. You're forging on, because as you move forward, you're figuring out what your soul needs. Okay, we're talking about your soul, not your body. Not your body, not what your eyes need. You want to look over and see, you know, your perfect image laying next to you. Well, your perfect image might just be a hot mess as far as, you know, your choices in the past. Just because they look good doesn't mean they bring anything to the table. Who's your soul match, right? Who's good for your soul? And whose soul are you going to be good for? You know, when I'm out doing my walking, when I've definitely been driven to get out more, and I'm not lying, guys, when I say get the body in shape. I feel the more in shape you get, the more in tune you get with your energies. You know, when you're manifesting and just thinking about, you know, what character traits you like in a person. Think about your adventures. If you could do whatever the fuck you wanted right now, what would you do? And what would the person that's with you have to be able to do? Think about if you were thrown into a situation where you just had maybe a little bug out bag. Okay? I always kind of looked at relationships like that. I even look at like bosses that way. If someone wants to lead me, I need to trust that they're going to know what the fuck they're going to do. Kind of like a soldier would look at a situation, right? If shit goes down, who do you want in your fucking foxhole with you? Right? If shit goes down and you lost everything and just had the shirt on your fucking back, could you build up with who the hell you're with? Would y'all be able to do it in a way and actually be happy? You'd be able to just fucking do it, right? Daddy here's a go-getter. You know what? Shit happens, fuck. If I had to be a homeless person, I'd probably build me a little fucking cabin in the fucking woods, guys. God didn't build me to stay sedentary and not do anything. I see an obstacle, I surmount it. That's just kind of how I go. But it's hard to find energies like that. It's hard to find energies like that. It's hard to find people that understand that. And not about looks. I've never been about looks. On my journey, and yes, guys, Daddy's been through the dark night of the soul. We've come through a lot. Gone through the transformation from the ground up. This is kind of the finishing stages, right? This is where things start to get interesting. So those of you that have just begun this journey, that are in your fields, that are having these emotions, and you're sad, you're depressed, you don't know how you're going to go on, you don't know what the fuck is about, I'm telling you, you go through it for a reason. The longer you stay in that energy depends upon how long you start working on yourself. And I'll give you that advice for free, guys. The longer you stay trapped in your head in that depression is because you're not doing the work on yourself. Start focusing on you. Focusing on you. Little things. Physical activity gets the body going, gets the blood pumping, gets the endorphins. No, I'm not a doctor, but you know what? This isn't anything more than maybe starting to take a couple walks during your day. I don't care if it's 15 minutes after dinner or 15 minutes when you get off of work. Maybe walking more at work, parking in the back of the parking lot when you go to the grocery store to get your steps in, getting movement going. Momentum. Get that momentum. Once you start moving, you start feeling better. You start dropping a little bit of weight. The next thing you know, you're like, oh shit, I just dropped 10 pounds. And then next thing you know, it's 15 pounds. And you're feeling better. You have more energy. You have all this. And then the next thing you know, you're looking at other areas of your life. Things will start to fall into place. The longer you stay in this sadness, this lack of happiness, depends upon you. The dark night of the soul is about that soul awakening. And then as you get towards the end, you start honing in on the real important things. You start looking at relationships more in a black and white. And realistically, you know, you can't be the only person that meets assholes and you're just a magnet for bad people. What is your why do you attract them? Why do you stay put with them? Why do you stick with them when you know you should go? Realistically looking at your partnerships, relationships in the past, why they don't work. What you need to work on. Because there's going to be, y'all are going to find the right one. This is going to be about unions coming together. Okay, that fell off of Enlightened Auntie's deck. Let's pull that out. Y'all, this might seem a little bit rambling, but it was rather interesting. 3138. What we got? I'm going to leave you all there for a minute.